Well, if you're anything like I am with the start of a new year, you think about different habits you're going to form. And one of the things that I really always start the new year thinking is that I'm going to have daily devotionals and I'm going to have my quiet time and all of that. Well, a new devotional book is designed to help you do just that. It's to encourage and inspire you no matter what you're facing, with practical and relatable stories. Paula Lambert's new devotional is right here. It's called This Season of Hope. Is a practical and direct approach to help you make the most of your quiet time and apply what you've read to your current season. Paula Lambert is with me right now in the studio today. Paula, I love that expression about applying it to your current season, because that's how we are. We have different seasons in our life.
Yes, yes, we do. They're not all the same, and they're all varied in stressors or good times and celebrations or struggles that we go through.
Right, right. Some of the topics that you include in your book include really heavy things like overcoming addiction and anxiety and fear.
Yes.
How do you address that with people? I mean, how does it book it? It's 31 chapters.
Yes. Well, as far as addiction, that is a complex journey, and the chapter on addiction is very brief, and it's a story of a friend of mine who was years of going through addiction and kind of how she came out of that. And it didn't happen overnight, but she is blessed to say that she did come through it, and she's doing great. She has a job, and she's a wonderful human being. So I hope to encourage people by them seeing it can be done.
That's the way that your devotional book work. It's set up, your devotions. You're sharing stories.
Yes.
Through your journey and people you've met in your life.
Yes, and most of them are personal stories that came from me.
Yeah.
With a scripture from whatever the topic is about that. If it's a struggle with your children and dating or anything like that, there are different topics in there on that too.
Do you like to apply the Bible? Do you find verses that just apply to everything in your life, to all kinds of situations?
Yes, and there are terms of situations that we go through that those words aren't in the Bible, but if we learn the kingdom principles, we can apply those to anything in life, all situations of life. And that's what that covers, 31 of them, basic principles for life.
So when you start this devotional book, are you looking in terms of, oh, this is what I need to reflect on today? Or is it more like a monthly, day-by-day thing?
Well, we wrote the book to encourage people to take one part of it a day and consume that and think about that. But a lot of people can't resist the urge to keep reading.
Just keep going.
Because they want to see what the next chapter is about. And that's fine too. And then some people have read it all the way through and they start over and then they take their time and really do it. But you can do it with a friend. I have one person who bought the book, and she does it as a family devotion on Sunday nights. So.
Oh, that's a great idea. So the whole family can reflect and share their thoughts. One thing that I also really liked is that this book is going to help you to understand your value and to find your purpose.
Yes, I think that is a void in our culture today. So many young women don't know their value, and they undervalue themselves. And I don't know how one has a perception of a higher value, but I'm hoping that when they see other girls who've gone through things and they have an example of a strong woman, that they can model themselves after that and be encouraged and really take note of who they are.
It's important that we do share our struggles, because you never know who is going to be inspired by that.
Yes.
You never know who's going to think, oh, that person came through this. I often talk about myself with younger people. When I was in my 20s, I really struggled with panic attacks. And it got to where, it could have gone one of two ways. I could have just completely retreated and never gone out.
Yes.
Or fortunately, my mother saw what was happening, and my mother was a mental health professional, and she said, honey, I think you're having panic attacks, and I know a therapist that I need to get you in with right away. And I learned that the panic attacks were very treatable. I was 24 at the time. I also learned that I was in a very vulnerable time to be dealing with panic attacks. But because I went through that, and because I went through a couple of years of learning how to deal with panic and anxiety, it's just sort of been something that decades later I can kind of share with other people, and especially with younger women that I recognize. Oh, I know what's happening to you. Let me tell you, you can get through this. So I love it that you are doing that with your book, and that you are helping so many people this way. If anyone wants to get a copy of Paula's book, it's on Amazon.
Yes, it is on Amazon. You can just search for the name of the book or my name, This Season of Hope, or Paula Lambert.
And Paula's pretty pictures on the book, and contact information is on the book as well. And Paula, I just think it's wonderful that you've done this, and there may be another book coming down the pike. But good luck, and I'm so happy that you are doing this for women, and that you are inspiring folks through your journey.
Thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity. I hope people are encouraged when they get it.
Absolutely. Paula Lambert, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.